Right, well, here we are then, folks. It's the MOD. We're back with one of our special features commentaries. We're still on the CR Game Room Invitational, and this is my match against DM Armada. I'm Chris, by the way.
I'm Andy.
Yeah, so we're going to just chat over the top of the game and share some thoughts. My first thought is that picture quality any better as a result of my fibre upgrade and my new camera?
I think so.
It still looks a bit kind of Vaselined around the lens, though, doesn't it? A bit fuzzy.
It does, but it's less Minecraft.
Sure, there is a moment. There is a moment a little later on in this video that Steve fast forwards through where he gives me some advice around improving my picture quality with a download to go and get.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah, his looks really nice, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I've bought myself an Alt Knob there and saved a mass to do some PXGing.
Look at him showing off his black sidekick dice.
Yeah. My PXG became a great source of frustration through the course of these games in this round that I played with Steve, because Steve used my PXG to much better effect than I did. I was like, oh man, you're winning this game, and I gave you the tools to do it, which was very annoying. So he's having a wee contemplate here now.
I think he's going to field the sidekick in PXG.
I think you might be right. Although I do believe, actually, if you watch the original footage that's on DM Armada's channel, I'm bantering with him now, saying, "Mate, you want to buy that static field? You could be the guy to make static field happen." Oh, it's a Blue Eyes.
It's a Blue Eyes. What's that he bought?
He's bought himself a Scarlet
Witch.
Yeah. Well, Steve there now, we're both very aware of what our win conditions are. So Steve is buying his Scarlet Witch, being knowing that I've got my Ring of Magnetism and I've got my Seething Corruption, both as kind of key components of my win condition. I, in turn here now, as you'll see, go for, I think I jumped straight into my Raven. Or do I go for the Wonder Woman at this point? I might go for the Wonder Woman, but I'm definitely, in my mind, I'm like, Wonder Woman, Raven, lock down that Nobby, lock down that Scarecrow, keep them out my face.
Double Blue Eyes.
Oh, yeah. And then one mask. Yeah, there we go.
So you got reds?
Yeah. He has, and I think, if you see
there
now...
we go.
Yeah, so I've rushed for my Wonder Woman, knowing that he's got when fielded effects like his Nobby that I want out the picture, that he's going to be relying on with his Collector. I think I buy Raven then to take Scarecrow out the picture. He equally has bought his Scarlet Witch because he's clearly aware that my Seething Corruption and my Ring of Magnetism are a big part of my team strategy. However, I've handed Steve the keys to the kingdom with this PXG ramp, because now he can just, his stuff is all relatively low cost and he can afford to just buy it at his leisure and manage his bag using it later on, as you'll see.
I want them black sidekick dice. They look cool, don't they?
Not as cool as Union Jack sidekick dice.
Of course. But still pretty cool. Oh, what's he going to do with that fist?
Well,
he's got plans.
He has got plans. Well, the one thing that Steve knows at this point is that while I can take the legs out from under his Collector Nobby strategy, the one thing I can't take the legs out of is that Black Manta.
Yeah, it's a strong card.
Yeah, I'm cursing actually. I was excuse me. I was very disappointed with myself. So if people have been watching this special features video series where we've been giving our thoughts on the Invitational, I was utterly convinced that I was going to be facing a board clear meta. So I went with the rare green Devil Mask. which brings your characters back in at level 3 when they're KO'd. Oh, did you see that little cut there? However, the card that I took out to put that Green Devil mask in was my super rare Ronin.
Boo.
Yeah, which would have been, as far as locking down Steve's strategies here now, that would have definitely taken the wind out of the sail. And I'd have had an answer for everything: an answer for Manta, an answer for Nobby, and an answer for Rarecrow. However, no regrets and shoulda, woulda, coulda, and all that. It was definitely a fun game, though, Steve. We just nattered all the way through and made silly little jokes, and it was a lovely player experience. See, look at all that auto focusing going on now. Steve told me how to turn that off, which I have done. Stupid technology. Look, you can even make out the symbols on my dice. It's quite amazing.
It's exciting. So what have you got there? You got your Wonder Woman when she's coming out. You got 3 masks. Unimportant webcam talk.
Yeah. So this is all fast forwarding now, but we spent about 10 minutes just talking about camera settings, and there you go. That's me playing with the auto zoom. Funny.
I can see that if you're taking it seriously.
Yeah. So Wonder Woman there, she's at level 1, 033.
Is that a knob with?
No, the knob's that's a mask. I've whiffed me knob and got him. Well, I don't think I re-rolled him actually. I thought at this point, it'd be better to have that ramp. Although I don't know if you saw that little cut there. There was a bit of dithering and procrastination on my part as the best way to proceed.
Professor X.
Yeah. I've got to give Steve his dues here. He's using his Professor X, my Professor X, far better than I'm using it. Which is, as you've said many times, globals. Oh, it's bag burning. Globals, yeah, you need to be in a position where you're using that. Now, the problem with my team, the mistake I've made in the building of my team, is I've made a mask team with Professor X ramp. So I'm always wanting my masks for other things.
Yeah.
Which was definitely a mistake on my part. And I think if I was to sort of take another pass at the team and try the strategy again, I'd be more inclined to look at something that wasn't eating into my spending power, like Mimic.
What Scarecrow is that?
That's Rarecrow, the capture one.
The Scarecrow.
Yeah. Now he's got that Rarecrow out before my Ravens turned up, so he does manage to get away with a little bit of Rarecrow shenanigans now.
PXG.
Yeah, so I've got 5 dice there, and there's 2 sidekicks in my bag. I mean, that's just a lesson, folks, in how not to be using PXG, really. At least I'm honest about it.
Oh, you got a bit blurry.
Yeah, that's that autofocus because I've put the dice tower into the frame. Freaking it out. So I've got my auto knob. Looks like it must be 1 fielding cost because I line that fist up next to it.
Your big chopper.
My big chopper. Yeah, I do like to get my big chopper out in games, especially with Steve. He loves it. I'm obviously considering keeping that shield for res, but I changed my mind.
Ooh. Are you going to blue eye something?
Yeah, I've got a sidekick and a bolt save there, so I've paid the fist to field my auto knob. I've fielded my sidekick. I don't know that I do blue eyes now, actually. Oh, I do. What did I buy? Oh, Batgirl, I think. Yeah, getting all my win condition pieces in place. So, but again, as you can see, there was 2 masks that I've just sunk into that Batgirl purchase. Now, one of them was necessary, but that's now killing my ramp. You know, very, very badly constructed in that sense. Yeah, fun times. I've got my key pieces now, though. Got my Batgirl, got my Knob. That's my, you know, my 2 key win condition pieces. A Seething Corruption would be nice, but Batgirl's pretty potent on her own.
She can take out quite a lot. I don't think you've bought many Seething Corruptions in the videos I've actually seen you play. Because Batgirl, you put enough into Batgirl, she's doing. You ping her with Magic Missile, and she's doing 4.
Yeah, that's right. And on level 2 or level 3, she's got the capacity to do anywhere between 8 and 12 damage across the other side of the board. Now, one thing I've not gone for, which I might normally have done, is my Poison Ivy that does the life loss for a KO'd character. But it's a non-villain character, and obviously Steve's playing a villain build. Now, there is a point later on where I'm tempted because he's putting sidekicks out, and I did wonder about getting the Poison Ivy. But another point here is that this team is essentially built around a 2-card combo, but I'm having to put a lot of dice out in the field to protect that 2-card combo. It doesn't sustain itself very well.
Yeah.
So look at all that big ramp.
Collector.
Yeah, he's whiffed his collector at this point.
Oh, nearly.
Yeah. Chance to be a fine thing.
There it is.
Yeah, so he's got his collector out. So he does a lovely little move now. Because he knows I've not got my Raven in the field yet.
He's going to knock out his Scarecrow to take your Wonder Woman.
Not yet. He's going to, I think if I remember rightly, he collectors in his Manta first.
Cheek.
Yeah, a cheeky little move for sure. But I can't, that Manta's got me over the barrel. I can't do anything about that massive helmet. And I know I'm in the way I chose to play it, I knew I was in a race to get the damage done. But clearing that field down is no easy feat when he kept rolling his Black Manta on 5 defense on his level 3, and I'm like, oh man. So in order to kill the Manta first so that I can then wreak havoc with his other dice, I had to get up to the 5 damage. So I think you do actually see me buy a Seething Corruption at one point in this match, or it might be in the second match. There it is. Collectors in the Manta. Blue eyes. Scarecrow snatches my Wonder Woman. The filthy animal. Very villainous move. Highly appropriate for that villainous team.
So Scarecrow knocked out then?
Yeah.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah.
Zings me for 3 with his Black Manta for his 3 villains there, Collector, Scarlet Witch and Manta. And then I think he actually has the cheek to attack me with my own Wonder Woman in a set.
There it is.
Yeah, it is. Which I believe I did block with my knob, if memory serves me correctly, which it often doesn't. But look at that ramp. 2 question marks and a mask, just chilling, ready to abuse my PXG and make me feel depressed and miserable about it.
Yeah, he's going to get his Black Manta back next turn. Getting the Armin Zola as well.
Yeah, well, he's bought a second Black Manta there.
Nope.
he's bought a second Black Manta, and I don't know if we were talking about it during the match or whether we spoke about it after the recording has stopped, but Steve was definitely mindful of the fact that with a Batgirl, and if I buy a Seething Corruption, I can clear out his core pieces. So he's now, because he's got the spending power to do so with my PXG, because I'm an idiot, he's doubling up on all his key pieces. Yeah, so cautionary tale on the PXG, folks.
Practice, practice, practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are you doing?
I don't know. Probably chunnering some bollocks. There's my Raven.
There's your Raven. You got your Raven and your Wonder Woman.
Yeah, now she's going to sort out my Scarecrow woes. But I'm still...
Rifter.
Yeah, I'm still not in a strong position against the Black Manta damage. Oh yeah, I'm a bit chesty today, mate.
Aren't you just?
Yeah. It's them kids bringing home those filthy diseases from school.
Oh, mate, not get the Raven.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sucks. Is there no parallax about?
Nope. I think I even say that, mate, at the time. I say, where's the parallax when you need it? Yeah. That's a turning point, really. If I had got that Raven out, while I would have still struggled, as I've said many times, with that Black Manta damage, I'd have been in a stronger position to keep that Rare Crow out my face. Because now he gets another turn to fiddle with my shit. I have bought myself a second Batgirl there, though. PXG. PXG.
Group them up, ready for it.
PXG. And then doesn't even touch his bag. He's got the 4 in used ready to go. Doesn't even bag burn. The cheek of it. You know what I mean? Doesn't even bag burn himself. Couldn't even give me that cheeky little leg up.
Well, he's done it twice already.
Yeah, but I was playing a 20-turn strategy here.
There's some fists.
So he's not rolled his Scarecrow there. And if I remember correctly, he whiffed his Scarecrow a second time now. But with Collector in your field, that doesn't really matter.
What we got? 2 Scarlet Witches. 1 Black Manta. And a Collector in a pear tree.
Yeah. 2 Scarlet Witches. I mean, is it necessary?
Well, all the villains you can for that Black Manta.
Yeah, but it's only active villains. So,
is it?
Yeah, so she's not doubling up the damage there. He is just shoring up his defences. Right, okay. So at this point here, my wife walks in the room and she's looking for the iPad. Other tablets are available. And I yell to her, "It's over there by the Spider-Man Blu-ray." But I want to assure viewers, I have pointed this out on social media also, that it wasn't Spider-Man 3. The Sam Raimi travesty that it is.
Is it Homecoming?
It was Homecoming that it was next to.
Very nice.
In fact, the iPad was next to my Marvel collection, which is each of the Marvel films, except for Thor Dark World. I'm not buying that bag of rubbish. All lined up on a shelf, and it was tucked in next to them.
I didn't mind
so it was
Dark World.
Sorry?
Didn't mind Thor Dark World.
Really?
Yeah, it's set in the UK.
Oh, that's, true. I wasn't into it.
It's always a bonus.
I wasn't into it. I actually don't have Age of Ultron either, I don't think.
That's a good one. It's one of my favourites.
Yeah, Yeah, it's a gap in the collection for sure.
Netflix though, it's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So when we were doing our Marvel watch through, I'm pretty sure I found it. It wasn't like it was hard to find, you know. Look at my lonely Orc Knob in the field there.
Yeah, look at his setup. Looks like he's definitely got the control of this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to attack with your Wonder Woman.
All right. I do some PXG in.
Well, you're getting everything out next turn, aren't you?
Yeah. But that's late in the game for me to be doing stuff like that. I should have been moving much faster.
So
yeah,
he's got rid of his other Black Manta, done you some more damage.
And there's my Wonder Woman chilling on the top of that pile there. So I've got 2 Babs, a Raven, and a Wonder Woman, and a bucket ton of sidekicks here now. With me Raven again. She doesn't want to come out to play today.
Look at all them question marks.
Yeah. It's nice, isn't it?
There she is.
Finally, but you know, it's too late now. He's managed to do gain that early board advantage and get some shenanigans off the ground. I've never been any good bloody PXG.
Bishop would have been a good fit in this team.
What, in mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was trying to stay all masks to benefit from the Raven protection.
He's still got solid.
Yeah, no two ways about it on this. You know. I'm not saying it was the right choice. Anything would be better than that Green Devil mask. I didn't buy it once through the whole tournament.
Second knob bought.
Yeah.
Ping Babs. What are you knocked out? Black Manta.
Yeah, I think so. But I've had to kill the level 1 Babs and then tap the... I think that one's on level 3, that one there now, in order to clear him off, because Steve persisted in rolling that bad boy on his level 3 face with 5 defense. Yeah, so I've finally got all my pieces together, but it's too late. It's too late.
Oh, crikey, I've caught your...
Now you've got the cough, yeah. PXG. I attack with my Orc Knob and my sidekick. And he lets the sidekick through. Yay!
There we go. 17 more times, you'll be sorted.
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. But look at that. Look at that ramp.
Those dice, eh?
Yeah. So Steve here now has a moment. He realizes that the scarecrow that he collected in last turn didn't go back to the card, but he's got a feeling like he thought he bought an extra one. So he goes away and because he's much more of a techno wizard than us. He goes away and checks the tape, the recording, and goes back and sees whether he bought one. He didn't. It was the Nobby he bought. Right, look at that. Whiffs all his characters. I'm like, oh, come on, do that again. Do that again. But it was not to be. He does a lovely bit of editing now that made me laugh out loud when I saw it the first time. Rolls his characters. This is a beautiful touch he does now. Look at this.
Oh. Look at that. That's pro, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is this the killing blow?
I think it is, yeah. I think it is.
Well, Nobby's not going to do anything.
No, but he's got a lot of villain characters now to maximise that Manta damage. He's doing his sums. Quick bit of mental arithmetic.
You got a little known fact about DM Armada.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the DM you'd have thought stands for Dice Masters.
Oh right.
But it doesn't.
It doesn't?
No. What it counts for is it stands for Dancing Machine.
Oh, do you know? I think I heard something about that.
Before he started doing the YouTube, but he was a professional dancer.
Yeah, I think didn't he used to be one of the resident dancers on the American version of Strictly Come Dancing?
That is right. I don't think he talks about it much, but that is the truth.
Yeah, sure. That's isn't that where the two of you first met? Didn't you just happen across each other on a filming lot in LA once?
That's right. Yeah, it was during Step Up 2.
Ah, sure.
I was just in the back. I was just one of the backing dancers. He was, I think, one of the main roles. Can't remember his character name now. It was quite a while ago. But we had a good scene that right at the end, the rain comes down, and if you freeze frame at 1 hour and 47 minutes, there's a picture of just the two of us in the rain dancing together. It's beautiful.
With open shirts.
Yes.
Yeah. Naturally.
Yeah, and hot pants.
Yeah, naturally. Yeah.
Has he won yet?
Yeah, he's about to beat me now. We're sort of. I'm debating with him now. I've just pinged me Manta, me Batgirl in the hope that maybe I could perhaps pull something out the bag, but it isn't to be. We're doing the maths of it all.
You're trying to get rid of his Black Manta.
Yeah, but I didn't have enough. Also, we were talking about the timing of it all. Even if I blocked with my Babs, by the time she goes off a second time from the damage she takes from blocking, it'll be too late. I'd have taken the pain. So we were just debating the timing.
I suppose even if you pinged it off, he could still collect at one end, couldn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And also what he's done here now is he's lined it up so that whoever I block, which is going to have to be the Scarlet Witches, really, because they've got some of the higher attacking strength there of his lineup. He's going to blue eyes them off anyway and do me the Manta damage.
Oh, that's a threatening point right there.
Oh no, it wasn't. That was that we're doing the maths still. If I block this and I let that through, blah blah blah. What about if I let that through? What's the attack of that thing again? Well, that's going on right now. And there it is.
Bish bash bosh.
Yeah. So I managed to do the sum total of 1 damage with a sidekick through that game. I think that's pretty impressive.
There we go. Nice
there we go. So that's the first game of our round. The second game of the round. Should we do that one next week or something?
Yeah, let's do it next week.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, there you go, folks. There's some insights into my team and what was going on during that game there. Come back and keep an eye on the channel, like and subscribe to keep your eye out for when the next one goes up.